Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. I hope that you're doing well. And if you clicked on this video, which means you have this question, which is how to register for sales tax in Texas. This is going to be a video where I'm going to be walking you through the step by step process of how to get your application filled in. So, let's get started. The first step would be, of course, gathering your business information. Make sure that you have at least these details available at your hand, so that a it is time efficient, you can save time and you don't need to go back and forth. Second, sometimes what happens is some of the state portals have an inactivation time, and if you're inactive for too long, then it goes back and expires that link, which means that you'll actually have to log in again and start the application again, which is, trust me, very annoying. So make sure that you have these details. And once you do, let us move ahead to navigating to the website. So go ahead and type comptroller.texas.gov. So this is the home page, where you will have all of your tax related activities. I want you to scroll down and come to the section where it says register and click on sales tax permit application. Now it's going to lead you again to this particular link. Click on apply for permit via eSystems, which is going to be your online tax registration application. Okay, once you're here, go ahead and create a user profile for yourself, wherein you're going to be filling in details that you would use while logging in. I'm just randomly going to type something. Okay. Now, okay. Okay, it says that my passwords don't match. All right. Filled in my details. I'm actually not going to correct this because I'm just showing this for your reference. I actually already do have user ID. So let me explain to you. Once you fill this, you're going to go ahead and click on continue, and that will give a verification email to the email address that you just entered here. You will go ahead and verify your email, which means that your user profile is now verified. Now, once we are through that, we can go ahead and log in to our just created account. So let's go ahead and log into mine. Okay, great. Now we are logged in, and this is going to be your eSystems dashboard. Once you're here, scroll down and click on register for Texas sales and use tax. You can go ahead and click on start a new application. Now, this is a heads up. In case you do not have an SSN, then you'll be required to fill in another application. But right now, I'm going to show you the online filling process for ones with an SSN number. So, this is the one. Let's go ahead and click on continue. And here is where you're going to declare your organization structure, whether it's a sole proprietorship, a corporation, a general partnership, joint venture, or an association. Now, once you're through that, you're going to declare whether you're a Texas business or a non-Texas business, and on based on which one you belong to. Now, in this case, I am applying as a California-based business. So I will go ahead and select one of the options from the non-Texas section, which is profit corporation as per my business structure. So select this according to your structure, and once you're through this, continue. And now we are going to be adding organizations details, starting from the name. We can skip all of this because since this is a non-Texas business, I wouldn't have any other Texas Secretary state file numbers. So we can go ahead and skip that. Add in an FEIN, date of formation, your state of formation is nothing but the state that you got incorporated in. So go ahead and fill that. And then we answer this question: has this entity been involved in a merger within the last 7 years? If your business has been involved in a merger within the last 7 years, then you will go ahead and select a yes here. Otherwise, it will be a no. Let's continue. This is where you're going to be adding in your business's mailing address. Okay, California. Okay, right here. Okay, you can also go ahead and add a non-US address in case that applies to you. Now, this is so annoying. Once I click it, I would automatically expect it to go to the next box, but I need to manually select it. Wow. Okay. I guess we need to find this funny, or else it will be annoying. So I'm going to choose funny. Cool. Now, fill in all that details. I filled in all the required details here. And moving on to this section, you'll be required to fill in the name of the bank or financial institution that basically manages your finances. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that. So once you're through that, now the rest of the details you can choose to fill them or you can opt them out because they're not required. And once you're through, let's click on continue. We're going to walk through the business activity section. Now, this basically helps the state understand the nature of your business operations. So, let's go through each question one by one. Now, the first one here is: do you maintain a distribution center, warehouse, office other than your place of business or other physical location where your business is conducted in Texas? Now, this question asks if your business has any physical locations in Texas beyond your primary business address. Now, this could include storage facilities, inventories, additional offices, or any other place where you conduct business activities. Answer this is yes if you have any such locations, and no if your business operates solely from one physical location. Now, the next question is: do you have any representative, agent, salesperson, canvasser, or solicitor who operates under your authority to conduct business in Texas, including selling, delivering, or taking orders for taxable items? Now, this question focuses on whether you have individuals working on your behalf in Texas, even if you don't have a physical location here. In case you have employees, contractors, or agents who are involved in sales, deliveries, or order taking within Texas, then you should answer this as yes. Answer it as no if you don't have anyone representing your business in these capacities within Texas. Now we move on to the next question. Do you derive receipts from the sale, lease, or rental of tangible personal property situated in Texas? This includes home based businesses located in Texas. Now, this is a key question. It basically asks if your uh, business generates income from selling, leasing, or renting physical goods that are located in Texas at the time of transaction. Now, this includes online sales as well, where goods are shipped to a Texas address, as well as businesses operating from a home in Texas. Now, if you do that, then answer this is yes. Otherwise, it will be a no. Moving on to the next one. Do you provide on site taxable services at customer locations in Texas? Now, this question pertains to businesses that offer services that are subject to sales tax and are performed at the customer's location, which is in Texas. There's examples given here for the kind of taxable services that are being considered here. In case your business does any of those, you go ahead and answer it as yes. If not, it's a no. Now, do you sell at temporary locations in Texas? This question applies if your business participates in temporary sales activities, like, as it's mentioned there, fairs, trade shows, or they could also be festivals, similar events where you sell taxable items. If you do that, then that means that you will be establishing physical nexus. So your answer here should be a yes in that case. If not, then we go ahead and press on no. Now, the next one is, do you have a franchisee or licensee operating under your name who is required to collect the sales and use tax in Texas? Now, this question is relevant if you operate a franchise or licensing business. And with that, if you have franchisees and licensees in Texas who are responsible for collecting sales tax under your business name, if this applies to your business structure, then answer it is yes. Otherwise, answer no. Now, do you have substantial ownership in or are owned in whole or substantial part by a person who has a business location in Texas and sells the same or similar line of products under a business name that is similar to your business? So this question aims to identify related businesses operating in Texas. So if you have significant ownership ties to any other business in Texas that is selling similar products under a similar name, then you will need to answer this as yes. Otherwise, it will be a no. Now, moving on. Next question is similar. Do you have a substantial ownership in or are owned in whole or substantial part by a person who maintains a location in Texas to advertise, promote, or facilitate sales, deliveries, or returns of your products? Now, this question also looks at related entities in Texas. If a business in Texas with shared ownership is involved in advertising, promoting, or handling logistics like sales, deliveries, or returns for your products, then you will answer this as yes. If not, it will be a no. Now, the next question is, do you have internet or mail order sales? So, if your business makes sales via the internet or through mail orders, then this will be important for determining your nexus in Texas, especially if you're shipping goods to Texas customers. So, answer yes if you do make such sales, regardless of your physical location. Yeah, otherwise, it's a no. Do you own or operate a marketplace, electronic or physical, where you make sales on behalf of third party sellers? This does not apply to you if you sell your own items on someone else's marketplace, such as eBay, Amazon, or Etsy. Now, this question applies if your business operates a platform, either online or a physical space, where other sellers can offer their goods or services and you facilitate those transactions. If you run such a marketplace, then answer this is yes. If you simply sell your own products through someone else's marketplace, then answer it is no. Now, moving on to the next question. Will your anticipated monthly taxable sales exceed $8,000 per month? Now, this question asks for your estimated monthly taxable sales. Provide an honest estimate based on your sales projections, because this information is relevant for tax related thresholds and requirements, reporting requirements, basically. So, answer yes or no based on your anticipated sales volume. Now, the last four questions are basically specific to businesses that provide any of these products or services. And based on your answer, if you have yes for any of these, then there will be additional licensing requirements or there will be other specific tax implications. So, answer this as per your business activity. And once we're through, we're going to click on continue. Now, just verify if this information is correct. And once you're done with that, click on continue. Okay, now here is a section that is about single local tax election. Now, like you can see here, the question is, do you wish to elect to use the single local tax rate? As you can see, you have two choices here. In case if you select yes, uh, if you are a remote seller and choose to elect the single local use tax rate, you will collect a single local tax rate on all your sales made to Texas customers, regardless of the specific city, county, or special purpose district where the customer is located. Now, the important considerations with this option would be, first, you must continue to use the SLT, which is a single local tax rate, until the end of the calendar year. And if you do intend to change this the following year, you must notify the comptroller by October 1st. Even if you notify the comptroller, you will continue to collect the single local tax rate until the end of the calendar year. But in case you select no, then you will be required to collect local sales tax based on the destination of the sale. This means that you'll need to determine the correct local tax rate according to the city, county, special purpose district for each specific address where your goods are being shipped in Texas. Now, go ahead and select based on what your preference is. I'm going to go ahead and select yes. Then we move on to the first taxable sales date. Now, this is the date where you will be beginning the sales. No, no. Now, this is the date where you will begin making sales or begin other operations subject to taxes. That is your sales and use tax in this case. So, note that you put in an entry that pertains to your business accurately. And once we're through that, let us click on continue, verify. Okay, now we've arrived at the Go Paperless section. So this is the section where the state basically encourages you to file online using their web filing system. You can go ahead and read these details about it and continue. Okay, this is the part where we're going to add in officer details. Now, you'll need to provide information about the officers, owners, or responsible parties of your business. As you can see, there are several required fields marked with an asterisk. For each officer, you will need to add, you'll probably, for each officer, for each officer that you're adding, you will be providing the same information. Now, let me add one. You can add as many as you need. Okay. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's go ahead and add our officer. Yes. So you can add as many as you need, as I was mentioning. I'm good with one, so we're going to click on continue. All right, we've now arrived at the business activity details section. The primary task here is to select your NAICS code, which is your North American Industry Classification System. Now, this is a 6-digit code that helps the state categorize the type of business you operate. As you can see, the first section here shows that we are a non-Texas location business because that's the details that we added before. And now coming to the next one, if you do know your NAICS code, which is a 6-digit number, you can directly enter it in this provided field. If not, if you're unsure of your code, then you can click on this link provided, and this is the resource that you will end up on where you can look up the appropriate code based on your business activity. So you can do that. If you prefer not to search online right now, then you can also look at the list provided below, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to directly select the one that applies to my business. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is added. We can click on continue. Okay, we've reached the part of the application which basically needs you to provide information in case you sell wireless telecommunication services. That's why the first question here is, will you sell prepaid wireless telecommunication services? If you answer yes, you will then be required to enter the first date of fee collection. Basically, this will be the date when you began or will begin collecting the required fees on prepaid wireless services. If you answer this as no, then you can skip this next question as well. Okay, now this part of the application specifically asks about the sale of electronic cigarettes. If you answer as yes, then it indicates that your business will be selling electronic cigarettes through online platforms, uh, or via mail order or over the phone. However, as mentioned here, and you will be required to basically put in the date when you began or will begin selling electronic cigarettes through these channels. So you can do that if you do. If not, then just go ahead with a no and continue. Now, this part of the application applies to businesses involved in sale, lease, or rental of specific types of diesel powered equipment. The required question here is, do you sell, lease, or rent off road heavy duty diesel powered equipment? If you answer this as yes, it means that your business engages in the sale, lease, or rental of off road heavy duty diesels with a horsepower, as mentioned here, 50 horsepower or more. Um, and then you'll be following this question, which is where you need to put in the date that you began or plan to begin these activities involving the specified diesel equipment. If your answer is no, it means that your business does not sell, lease, or rent this type of off-road heavy duty diesel equipment. So in that case, you can just simply click on continue. Okay, now we've arrived at the purchase of existing business section. Now, this part of application is relevant if you have recently purchased an existing business or its assets. So you go ahead and answer that first question. Did you purchase an existing business or business assets? If you answer this as yes, it means that you have indeed acquired an existing business or some of its assets. And if you select yes, you will then need to enter the previous owner's information, including the taxes ID and the rest of the details. So if not, then you click on no, then and we go ahead. If you did complete this with me, congratulations. We are on the last step of the application, wherein you're going to basically go through the information that you provided. And if you're happy with it, you can go ahead and submit it. If you feel like you need to edit something, then you can actually edit this section wise, which is such a great thing. If you're okay with the information that you filled in and feel like it's accurate, then you can go ahead and click on the button submit, and that will submit your sales and use tax application with the Texas state, which is great. Congratulations. Now, but let me tell you, this is not the last step. Post this step, you will be basically waiting on a sales tax ID from the state. And once you have it, you will then need to set up your e filing account, which is the online account. That you will be using to file your taxes. So that's a completely separate step. Let me know if you want to see that. I would be happy to help you with that. If you like this video and want more such videos to help you with your sales tax journey, then please let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, and do all of that that is needed. Also, if you do not want to go through the process of doing the studious work of getting sales tax sorted, then we'd be happy to do it for you at Galvix. We are an automated sales tax compliance solution. You can go ahead and check us out down below. Also, let me know if what kind of videos you'd like to see. We'll be happy to make them for you. Bye bye. Take care.